hey, you will enjoy today. Thank you for taking Take 10 personal, get it on your podcast, and if that's a way you get it rather than going to your email to get it or going Facebook, all the other different ways. I just get lost. But let me tell you something. When that opportunity comes and you begin to strengthen daily, as we talked about yesterday, as we begin to grow forward, let me tell you, the power of that is that you will have numerical growth daily. That's what the Bible says. The churches went forward, they were strengthened daily, and they grew. That's the whole secret. But how did they grow? They grow under pressure. And that's my thought for today. James 1:2-3 says, consider it pure joy, my brothers, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith develops perseverance. Now, we're going to go on to talk about how that pleases God, the testing of your faith developing perseverance, but not right now, not so fast. I had a friend who had to make a move across the country, and he had 2 cars. One car they had paid off and they had spent a lot of money on, and they put that car into the equation. Should we take it or should we sell it? They said, well, it's paid off. We put some money into it. Let's take it. So the car wouldn't hardly make it out of the city. So later on, they decided, let's just take the car. The car drove almost all the way there, 900 something miles, following the leader. He went in 2 cars to make sure the thing would make it. And it just felt like, I need to take this car. I got to take this car. So as he drove that car, within an hour out of his new place where he's going to live, the power steering goes out and they crank the car all the way. You talk about pure joy. This is not pure joy, but the Bible says to consider this pure joy when you face trials of many kinds. I don't know if you've ever driven a car without power steering. That's a trial of certainly a kind. It's just every kind of trial comes on you. Trial of many kinds. Finally, they got to the neighborhood, and right as they got to the driveway, the car died, and it coasted into the driveway, into the parking space. Wow. But now the car's there. It's been displaced 900 miles. And it's time to fix the car again, do a few little things, get it running. As he was fooling with the old car, here came a blessing. An acquaintance said, let me buy you a new car. I don't want to see your wife driving to work using this old car. I want to get a new car. And that old car, through trials of many kinds, became a brand new car just because he followed out what was at hand, and what looked to be a terrible thing was an opportunity. Oh, my. The high cost. From here to the moon cost, astronomical cost of doing nothing. But when you get into the testing of your faith, you feel like the whole world's fallen. You feel like I tell you by my own example, you feel like you're not ever going to get out of that hole. But you keep putting one foot in front of another. That's why we call it walking by faith. There was a song in the old red book when I was a little kid, the hymnals, that said, walking by faith with Christ the Lord, trusting completely in his word with the assurance he would guide me. Now listen to this. He would guide me over the foam. What's the foam? Well, the writers back in whenever, the foam was the foam of the sea. We didn't know that as kids, but we got that thing stuck in our head, walking by faith with Christ the Lord, trusting completely in his words, knowing that he would take us safely over the foam, having no cause to fear or dread, fear of the things that lie ahead, walking by faith with Christ the Lord all the way home. Now, get past the thing of it. As a kid, I didn't know what the foam was, F-O-A-M, but I did get that song down in my head. And many times in my life, in the middle of perseverance, I would hear one of those old songs from behind, and I'd just start singing, and it would lift me up into that pure joy in the middle of struggle that I am taking advantage of my opportunity. It is tough. I am strengthening my resolve, and I am going to go through, and I am not going to fall and not get up. May fall, but I'll get up. The Bible says a righteous man will get up 7 times. You know what? America can't even take a righteous man falling 1 time, let alone 7 times. Oh my God, they'd be on the National Enquirer, be on the TV, every channel would carry the falling of 7 times. But listen to me very well. The cost of doing nothing is more than trying and going and having trials of every kind. Because that faith built perseverance to where you're just going to get back up and go on and go forward. And here's the secret. Please God. Please God. Hebrews 11:6 says that without faith, it is impossible to please God. Because anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and that he rewards those who earnestly seek him. And when you find that part that goes on, faith is not knowledge. Faith is expectation, the hope, the substance. In fact, the writer said it was the substance of things hoped for, not seen. So in the pleasing of God, you find yourself not pleasing God because you fell, but because you got up, because you stumbled and you found your footing again, and you kept going, because it said, because anyone who comes to him must believe he exists. Goes back to your foundation of salvation, goes back to where you were, and that he rewards those who earnestly seeks him. Remember what Paul said, people got saved, went to church, but it didn't do them any good. They had no value added because they had no faith. Now next time, we're going to talk about the power of not only growing, not only pleasing, but knowing there's faith in God's power. God bless you. Have a great day.